visibility is not just about vanity. I unfortunately have to say this because in a social media age, we just believe that the vanity of it all is what's important. No, but visibility, the consistency with which you show up, it tells people that you're serious about your craft. You're serious about becoming better and you're serious about what you are pursuing. The thing that I think could be really helpful for you this season as you prepare to network and start networking intensely is going to be visibility, right? So staying visible but not overbearing is very important. So there is a very thin line between being visible and overbearing. And here's what I mean by that. And this usually tends to happen like at mid-year where candidates will surface everywhere. I mean, they are so passionate about a particular program that if that program is having a reception that is open invite, they'll go to that. You should. They'll go to the showcase and they'll spend a lot of time at that program's booth to the point where like the conversations can even transcend the program scope and become like personal. They'll go to the residence poster sessions. They'll go to the RPD's talk. They'll go to the residence podium talk. So I mean, like if there was a local residency showcase, they'll show up at that. If there, it becomes a little bit too much and a little bit cringe too. I have to keep it real with you. And so the visibility, it needs to be strategic. It's not about just surfacing everywhere the programs surface. And that's how you think you're making an impression by telling them how badly you want to be here. But I think if you are strategic about where you show up, then it's very weird, the human mind. We translate it as yes, they are strategizing, they are planning. These have been very calculated moves that have placed them in all of these different places where each time at each of these events, you yourself can feel like you're gaining ground. You're meeting a different person, you're having a different conversation. The conversations are getting more deeper, they're getting deeper and more meaningful. Yes, but if you just make yourself visible every single place, everywhere, I don't know that would be a strategy that I would encourage and or promote. And so the key here is that also visibility today has never been easier. It's never been easier. You can start posting on LinkedIn. Whether they see your LinkedIn post, it isn't about whether or not they see it today or tomorrow. But the reason why posting on LinkedIn, I think, is so powerful is anybody who goes through your LinkedIn page, they should be able to see growth. They should be able to see all the ways in which you accepted challenges and stretch yourself, right? And so that is a component of visibility that I think a lot of people undermine and underestimate its power, but it's a real strategy. Making sure that your LinkedIn serves almost as your professional journal of everything, all the uncertainty and everything you're sharing it. It's a great place to increase visibility, right? Respectfully, and I can't say this enough, right? Respectful consistency builds reputation, right? Reputation isn't just because somebody told me this and that and a third, but reputations are built and solidified through consistency, right? So the way you show up is important. How frequently you show up is important, but the consistency with which you show up and the manner in which you show up, that's where the magic is, because that consistency, that's what's going to lead any program to believe this isn't just a role they're playing. It's not a persona. This is exactly who they are and how they operate. That credibility thing gets baked in there as you build that reputation, right? And it is the biggest gift of consistency and discipline through this process, because the going is going to get hard. Nobody should lie to you about that. It will get hard. I don't care how confident and competitive of a candidate you are. But pushing through all of that doubt and uncertainty and staying disciplined and committed to the journey, that's going to be the biggest differentiator.